Hi, I am Divya Raj from group number 5. Today we are going to present about a book review of The Old Man and the Sea. We are 4 of us in our group and our names and metric number as stated in the slide shown. Let me start with the settings part. The story takes place in the late 1940s in a small fishing village near Cuba. Another place where the story takes place will be on Santiago's boat in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico.
Hi, I'm Huishan. I'm going to introduce The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. The novel was published by the Charles Scribner Sons in 1952. You can purchase at Amazon for only $10.59. The novel had been awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction and Nobel Prize in Literature. Next is the main character in the story. Santiago. Santiago is an experienced fisherman. He was strong and brave. He bravely fought with the shark who ate the fish that he caught. He was an unlucky fisherman too. He has not been caught any fish for the past 84 days, but he was confident and believed he could catch a fish. So he never gave up, and finally he caught marlin after 84 days. Next is Manolin. Manolin is a little boy who apprenticed with Santiago. He was obedient and faithful to Santiago. He will always take care of Santiago and help him in whatever way he could do.
Next, coming to the most interesting part of the presentation, the plot. The Old Man and the Sea tell about an old fisherman that fished alone for 84 days but not getting any fish. A boy, which is his best friend, always brings food for the old man. He loves to go fishing with him, but his dad permitting him because the old man is unlucky. Early in the morning before the sunrise, the old man wakes up and gets ready in his boat to go fishing as always. He told the boy he will go far out there. The boy gives him some food and said good luck to the old man before he leaves. In the middle of the sea, he managed to catch a big fish called marlin fish, even though it takes a lot of energy by watching the birds fly over the sea as his guideline. He tied the fish to the side of his boat and ready to head home. Suddenly, on his way back home, the old man was attacked by sharks that want to eat the marlin. The old man tries so hard to beat the sharks using his harpoon, even though he is starving and exhausted. After he arrived, the only left is the skeleton of the marlin fish. He goes into his home and goes to sleep and gets some rest. The other fishermen saw the skeleton that tied up beside the old man's boat, was surprised and feel sorry for making fun of him. The boy goes to the old man's house to see him. He brings some food and water for the old man. The boy sits by him and sees the old man fell into a deep sleep and dreaming about the lion. The following part is for our favorite quotation from the novel. All the 4 quotations came from the main character Santiago. The first one is, "But man is not made for defeat. A man can be destroyed but not defeated," symbolizes the concept of determination. The second one is when the old man said, "Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is." That symbolizes optimism. Third one, "Every day is a new day. It is better to be lucky, but I will rather be exact. Then when luck comes, you are ready," symbolizes that he is being prepared. And the last one symbolizes difficulties, which goes like this: "All my life the early sun has hurt my eyes, yet they are still good."
Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is Nur Shafira. Now I'm going to present about opinion about the book. First one is feedback of the book. The storyline is complicated and stretched out to understand, which make the readers feels boring. The book have a lot of message and lesson, but it's hard to catch it. Next is favorite character from the book and why. The favorite character from the book that we choose is Santiago. The evident old man and going down in his life has nothing to lose, and then comes Big Marlin. He fight with his whole life to bring in the marlin, but end up losing it to the shark. As he quoted, "A man can be destroyed but not defeated." It shows how he is not giving up, bringing in the big marlin even though he knows the shark will come to eat it. Next is our favorite part of the book is when he catch the fish after 84 days for not catching any fish. He was disgraced by other fishermen, but he still go fishing and caught a big marlin to prove it to them. Next is the least favorite part in this book that we choose is Santiago has set out to sea and return empty-handed. The parent of his young devoted apprentice and friend Manolin have forced the boy to leave the old man in order to fish in a more prosperous spot. It shows unfair treatment given by the parents of Manolin. just because Santiago didn't catch any fish for 84 days. Last but not least, is something we could change is the use of the words or metaphor for the storyline. Since it's too casual and it's hard to understand what its meaning, the readers had to dig very deep and nitpick every single line to find some sort of meaning. For example, they spoke of her as a contestant or a place or even enemy, but the old man always thought of her as feminine and as something that gave or withheld great favors. And if she did wild or wicked things, it was because she could not help them. The moon affects her as it does a woman, he thought. The use of her in this statement is referring to the sea. If we could change the use metaphor to some easy words, it can be beneficial to readers so they can catch the lessons and message easily.
Hi, I'm Tina. I would like to talk about why we must read The Old Man and the Sea. We would like to recommend this book to people of all ages starting age of 10 who love to read fiction and adventurous story. We read this book 4 star out of 5 star. People who like to read this book are the type of person who are looking for a complicated understanding but has a meaningful meaning in the end. This novel teaches us valuable lessons in our life. The first moral value in this novel is never to give up on your journey. We need to face everything and rise. For example, Santiago teaches us that never to give up on something we believe in and even after being destroyed. The second moral value in this novel are friendship. The friendship that we can see is the friendship between the old man and the boy. Despite the old man's terrible luck and his rather prohibition on going out with him, Manolin feels Santiago can teach him more about being a good fisherman than anyone else. That is all for our group. Thank you.